Cheater caught, I'm heartbroken and confused. Why do men cheat? Found out recently that my boyfriend, M32, of nearly 6 months was cheating on me, F28. Granted, it sounds like an insignificant amount of time, but we met families. I went to his grandfather's funeral, I love yous, plans to move in together, talks of a future. As I type this, I just feel silly, like I should have seen the red flags. Now to the juicy part. We got home from the funeral on a Saturday night. I went to the bathroom and noticed there was a tampon that wasn't mine in the trash. I questioned him and he said it was a friend's girlfriend's. Weird, but okay for now because it was an emotional day and I was giving him grace. Proceed to the next day, he leaves for a work trip and now it's game time. GF Snoop in full force. I dump out the trash and see a used condom. Oh hell no, I confront him and he blamed it on his friend. I proceed to search for his name in a Facebook group where women go to warn, protect and support each other of men in their cities. I see a post from July. I comment and tell the anonymous poster to message me. She does. She proceeded to tell me they met in May, and have been talking since, FaceTimes, calls, text. How did I miss this? She lives in Baltimore and that he had went to go visit her the weekend. He told me he was going to the Ravens game. They went out the night before, stayed at his hotel and they were intimate. No condom, multiple times that night and the next morning. Mind you, I was also in Baltimore that weekend for my grandfather that is in hospice. I thought it was odd that we weren't hanging out, but he had originally told me he was going to see family and the boys were going to the game. Last minute he switched up and said he was going alone. After the game on Sunday he shook my father's hand and met my family. Sick. I then proceeded to go to his family's house and stayed the night. We then drove back to Charlotte and he didn't bat an eye. Of course he came to my house last night with crocodile tears, wrote a note, swore he loves me and that sometimes men can love someone but seek lust in other women. Tfo W that BS. I'm thankful for the woman that told me the truth, but I'm left empty and confused. Why is one woman not enough? Why do you need multiple women in many cities? It is sick and wrong. Is this on me for being too trusting and moving too quickly? I am so sad. Story 2. My partner cheated, but it's just highlighted all the other things that make me want to leave. My partner 38M of 6 years cheated on me 35F last year. I am sure it's not the first time, but the first time I have caught him. I went through his phone, which wasn't my finest moment, but I knew something was up. I haven't done it since, so he very well may have cheated again. I posted on her a while ago, but there was so many responses saying to ghost him. I freaked out and deleted it. I am not going to ghost him. We are legally de facto and share house, bank accounts, etc. It's not that easy. My mind is made up. I just need to figure out the way to leave. The thing is, it's been a year since I found out. He just kissed them and seemed like she stopped it, but he was keen to keep going. I haven't told him I know, but our relationship is over. I am just not sure how to leave. I think I will do it tomorrow. I know there is no perfect time, but I had told him I was open to exploring an open relationship if he was open and honest, and then we just stopped talking about it, and I guess he was just doing whatever he wanted. The reason I have stayed for so long was that I love him, although I am coming to understand that my love for him is not enough. It is actually his drinking and video games that are killing our relationship. He is moody and childish and relies on me for almost everything. The fact I cannot trust him is the straw that broke the camel's back. Not really sure what I am looking for here, but here we are. Story 3. Need advice on if considered cheating or not. Backstory. I, 26F, and husband, 26M, have been together for going on 7 years, married for 2. We have a young 8-month-old son together. Life has been rough postpartum, I'm not going to lie. I have been all over the place, and add in being a new parent as well is a lot. I also quit my job to stay home with our baby, and my husband just graduated grad school this spring. So finances have been another added struggle. Nothing close to this has ever happened before. Worst he has ever done is like some girls in a bikini on Insta. He's had a burner Twitter account for years that him and his buddies use mainly for sports bashing. I was snooping on his phone the other night, something I've always done because I've been paranoid of being cheated on since day one. I found that he had been messaging other girls' burner Twitter accounts. I messaged one girl and she sent me screenshots, and she even informed me she felt like he wasn't really sexting her at all, just lonely talking to girls online. Well, apparently her friend he was also messaging, and he had sent her a picture of his face. And on one of her tweets of her saying she felt 8 months pregnant from eating too much, he replied, "I can make you 8 months pregnant." And responded to their boyfriend application posts on Boyfriend Day, saying his height, had a good job and straight teeth. When he confessed to making this comment, I lost it. We tried for a good 9 months to get pregnant, and he knows how hard that was for me. He said he did not know why he messaged them but felt he was acting like someone he wasn't. I threatened to leave him that day, and we met with our pastor to discuss that night. He's expressed immense remorse and has told me over and over again he will never cross another boundary again, and begged me to stay for our son. Sorry, long post. But just wondering, do you think that's cheating? I figured if he can go to strangers on the internet, so can I. Edit TOADD. His mom cheated on his dad when he was young, and it ultimately led to their divorce. He's always stated how he will do anything to keep his family together as an adult. It feels like he is falling into her same path as well. So it's hard for me to believe worse won't happen in the future. But I really don't want to split up our family either. Any advice is really appreciated. RN Broken Heart.